Hello everyone, welcome to Concept Sira. Today we are going to discuss another case state based upon number properties, and we will see these kind of case states follow a certain pattern, and these patterns we have discussed in previous case states. So let's first try to understand what exactly this case state is talking about, and then we'll move towards filling this partial fill table. So they are saying they're talking about 6 people and 5 different subjects. And over that their partially filled table is given to us, and then we are having 3 questions based upon this particular case state. So let's put this particular table and this particular information in better manner to try to understand this case state and to fill this particular table. So here we go. Here we are having a partially filled table information which is required to fill this particular table. So what exactly is given to us? Let's try to understand and fill this particular table. So it is given to us, the marks given in the table constitute 60, 80, 55, 80 and 90% of total marks scored by 6 people in mathematics, English, science, Hindi and history respectively. So the meaning of this, whatever marks are given to us in mathematics is equal to 60% of total marks. So if we see mathematics here, which is 9 plus 4 plus 5, which is equal to 18. So 18 is 60% of a number. So if 60% of a number is 18, the 100% has to be 30. So here we can say total marks is equal to 30 here. So similarly, if you see English, it has to be 80%. So 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 4, which is equal to 24. So 24 is equal to 80% of total marks. So total marks, immediately we can say it has to be 30 here. And now we can look into science here. Science is a 55%. So 2 plus 4 plus 5, which comes out to be 11. So 11 is 55% of total marks. So total marks has to be 20 here. And finally, we can look into Hindi here. Hindi is given to us 80%. So 8 plus 5 plus 7, which is equal to 20. So 20 is 80% of total marks. It means total marks has to be 25 here. And finally, history, if you see, history contributes 90% here in terms of given marks. So 3 plus 8 plus 7 plus 9 is equal to 27. So 27 is 90% of total marks. So total marks has to be 30 here. So total marks is given to us 135. So from the given information, definitely we can decode total marks in mathematics, in English, in science, in Hindi and in history. Now we have to look at the further information and fill the remaining table. So we can see here minimum marks and maximum marks are lying between 0 and 9. So minimum is 0 and maximum is 9 here. And further they are saying Kalam and Shankar scored 24 and 21 respectively. So Kalam total has to be 24 and Shankar total has to be 21 here. And further they are saying Pranav did not get 7 marks in any subject. So 7 definitely cannot come in this particular column. And finally they are saying no person got 0 in mathematics. That means here we can say 0 cannot come in this particular row. So this much we can fill from the given information. Now we have to use a logical way of approaching this question to fill the remaining part. What information we are having here? Minimum has to be 0 and maximum has to be 9 here. So if you look at mathematics here, total mathematics is 30. Out of 30, 18 is given to us in terms of 9 plus 4 plus 5. So remaining is 12. So 12 we have to fill in the place of mathematics. And what exactly we know from here, everybody is getting different marks in each subject, and marks in each subject also has to be different. So we can use this logic while solving this particular question. So mathematics 12 we have to fill here. So 12 we can fill in how many ways we have to look into. So math 12 we are going to fill. So we can fill 12 only in 2 ways here. One is 1 plus 3 plus 8, and second one is 2 plus 3 plus 7. Because 9, 4 and 5 we cannot use, so we left with only these 2 cases, 1, 3, 8 and 2, 3, 7. And if you look at the second case can be easily ruled out because Rajan cannot have 7 in mathematics And similarly, Kalam also cannot have 7 in mathematics, and in the place of Pranav also we cannot put 7 because of given information. So immediately we can remove this particular case. So this particular case is not possible. Now we left with only 1, 3 and 8. And we see 8 here. 8 I cannot fill in the place of Pranav. I cannot fill 8 in the place of Kalam also. So only one place we can fill 8, which is Rajendra. So 8 has to be at this particular place. After filling 8, we left with 3 and 1. So definitely 3 we cannot put in the place of Pranav. So 3 we have to put in the place of Kalam. So 3 has to be here. And finally 1 we have to put in the place of Pranav. So you can see we can fill this particular table quite fast. Now if we move further and look at Kalam here, because total is given to us 24 here, summation of this particular column, and only 1 is left out there. So 1 we can put here. Because summation of remaining 3 plus 7 plus 5 plus 8 is equal to 23. So 1 we can immediately put in the place of science. Now if we look at science, that means this particular row, we have filled 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 1, which is equal to 12. So 20 minus 12 left out 8. So 8 we have to put in the place of Shankar and Rajendra. So how many ways we can put 8 here? 1 we can use 0 plus 8, which is the possible case. I cannot use 1 plus 7 here because 1 is already here. So I cannot put 1 plus 7. Similarly, I cannot put 2 plus 6 also because 2 is already here. And similarly, we cannot put 3 plus 5 here also because 5 is already here. And 4 and 4 is anyway not possible here. So only possible case is 0 and 8. 8 is not possible here because 8 we have put here. So here we can put only 0. So 0 has to be here and 8 has to be here. Now after filling this, we can move towards English part. So we can see English here. So English is 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 4, which is equal to 24. And total marks are 30. So 6 is left out. So we have to put 6 in the place of Pratibha and Shankar. So 6, how many ways we can put? We can use 0 plus 6 here, possible case. We cannot use 1 plus 5 here because 5 is already here. And similarly, we cannot use 2 plus 4 here because 4 is already here. And 3 is anyway not possible. So only possible case is 0 and 6. And 6 we cannot put in the place of Shankar because 5 plus 8 plus 7 is equal to 20. And if I put 6 there, then total marks for Shankar will be more than 21, which is not possible. So we can immediately say 0 supposed to come here and 6 supposed to come here. Now we can move towards Hindi, this particular row. In this particular row, we can see here we can fill immediately 1 supposed to come here because summation is 21. Now 8 plus 5 plus 7 plus 1 is equal to 21. So we left with 4. So ultimately 4 we supposed to put in the place of Kovind and Pranav. So 4 we have to put in the place of Kovind and Pranav. Possible case is 0, 4. We can put definitely. Possible case is 1 plus 3. Not possible because 1 is already here. And 2 plus 2 is anyway not possible. So we left with only 0 and 4. And 4 I cannot put here because 4 is already given to us in this particular column. It means 0 has to be here and 4 has to be here. Now we can look at history. So 3 plus 8 plus 7 plus 9 is equal to 27. And total marks are 30 here. That means 3 is left out. So 3 we supposed to fill in the place of Kovind and Pratibha. So 3 we cannot use 0 plus 3 because 3 is given already here. So only possible cases left out 1 and 2. And 1 and 2 I cannot put here because 2 is already here in the place of Kovind. So I have to put 1 here and this has to be 2. So summation we can see for Kovind is equal to 21. For Pranav is equal to 16. For Pratibha is equal to 25. And for Rajendra is equal to 28. And that's how we can fill whole table, and you can see how easy it was while connecting the information and filling this particular table. So let's move further and look at the questions based upon this particular table. So if you look at the questions here over this particular table, the first question is, what is the average marks scored by Kovind in all the subjects? So total marks of Kovind we know is equal to 21 in 5 subjects. So 21 divided by 5 is equal to 4.2. So Cohen's average is equal to 4.2 here. Now we can see marks obtained by Pranav in Hindi. So Pranav in Hindi we can see is equal to 0. So answer for this question has to be 0. And finally we can talk about Rajendra. Total marks of Rajendra is equal to 28. So for the last question, answer is 28. So you can see how easy this caselet was if you are following the same pattern which we have discussed in previous 6 caselets. So I hope you understood how to solve questions related to number properties and how to fill the table which is given to us. I am discussing these questions again and again. The reason behind it because these kind of the questions are quite common in CAT nowadays. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. I hope we are adding some value to your learning.